Good evening, and welcome to the second showing of the Jiggly Bros podcast. I'm your host, Cameron St. Clair.
And I'm your co-host, Jacob Perdue.
And today, I think we're just going to lead right in with the topic.
Yeah, cartoons.
Yeah, the cartoons that we grew up with to start off with.
Yeah, specifically, the oldies, the goodies. Nah,
The 90s, the naughties, and today.
Yeah, so I brought a few to the table. What'd you bring to the table for us today,
So
Cam?
actually, I wrote mine down on a list, and I only wrote down two.
Okay. three, two.
I grew up with, I didn't really watch that much Disney Channel. I grew up more on Nickelodeon. I wanted to say Netflix so bad for some reason. I grew up on Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. So it was more like
Raggy.
Scooby Doo, Pokemon, SpongeBob. Okay.
I'm sorry, that's the best I can do.
Scooby Doo, Pokemon, SpongeBob, Ed, Edd and Eddie. Codename Kids Next Door was a good one.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was a good
Number
one.
4 was my favorite.
Number 4.
Yeah, you remember number 4?
I liked number 2 was the fat one, right?
Yeah, number 2.
I like number 2.
Number 1 was always a pain in the ass, though.
Right, the bald one, the bald boy.
Yeah, he's stern. You know what? To just bring this up, he's like Jean-Luc Picard of children. Have you ever seen Star Trek Next Gen? He's very much.
I know who you're talking about, but I have not.
He's very much the Jean-Luc Picard of Kids Next Door.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's the
kid
rugged,
version.
stern leader.
Yeah. Well, rugged. Can you be rugged as a kid?
Somehow he was.
The glasses. It was the glasses. It was
sunglasses.
It was
yeah.
the sunglasses with. If I remember right, he had a little white stripe in the middle of them. Like it wasn't. It was like they got put together at some point.
Maybe.
No. I'm thinking of number 2's glasses. Then maybe. Ah, dude, I haven't watched that show in forever. No,
It's been a while since I've watched any of these shows.
I remember the one where their whole treehouse got taken over by the
Adults.
Well, by adults, by hamsters, by some kind of goo. I think number 4 blue gum, or no, it was either number 4 or number 3 blue gum, and it coated the inside, but then the gum started taking over everything. I don't ask me.
I don't remember that one. Oh, I remember another good cartoon though. Flapjack.
Yes, Mr. Shoot. What's his name?
Captain Knuckles is captain of you.
That's not who I was thinking of. The candy guy.
The guy with the candy wife?
Yeah, the guy with the candy wife.
The bartender, I think. I don't remember his name.
Dang it. We'll have to look that one up. It'll be here. I'll add that in here. And then also here.
Laffy Taffy Man.
And at some random point, I will add his candy wife.
Candy wife?
But to take it back to K&D, one thing I really do remember, and it was probably one of my favorite parts of the show, remember the mech that they had for number 3? Do you remember that? The bunny mech? I cannot remember the name of that, but that was like, it was one of the things that really hooked me on mech shows and stuff like that.
Symbiotic Titan was good.
And then this one's for George. George, you know who you are. I finally watched Voltron. Voltron's amazing. I'm just cutting it off right there because I think you'll appreciate me saying that.
Oh, all right. Symbiotic Titan was good.
Big Hero 6. That's not really when we were kids, but
I haven't seen that movie.
Wait, what?
No.
New project. You need to watch Big Hero 6.
I may.
There's no may to it.
Katie has still never seen The Iron Giant, and she's never seen Spirited Away, and she's never seen Spirit, and so we got a lot of movies we need to watch.
They have a lot of movies they need to watch. Oh, my voice. They have a lot of movies they need to watch.
Your voice.
That was not me. Let's get that clear right now.
I said your voice.
Oh, fair.
It was definitely you.
No, that did not sound like me is what I meant.
I am a snake.
Okay, that does sound like me.
Hear me roar.
People used to call me Jake the Snake when I was a kid.
People used to call me, hey, stop. Only sometimes, though.
I'm gonna kill you. Okay,
Don't eat that. I say that to my cat every day. What are you eating?
But no, let's see. Scooby Doo was really good when I was a kid. I
had
came into
so many reiterations. Like there was Scooby Doo. There was What's New Scooby Doo. There was Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated. There was the live action Scooby Doo movies that were actually really good.
Those were good. The actor for Shaggy was great in that.
A pup named Scooby Doo.
Mm-hmm.
There was another one.
How about
there was another good. That brings me to another actually good animated TV show, Crypto the Super Dog.
Well, did you know they also did one for Scrappy as well? Like Scrappy had his own show for a little bit there too, without Scooby.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's back
a pup
little
named
more.
Scrappy Doo.
I can't remember the name of it, but I do know there was one that was straight up about Scrappy, and that was it. It didn't last very long, but everybody loves Scooby Doo, and I love Scooby Doo. Scooby Doo's a fantastic character.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's so many things they do with it. Tom and Jerry was a big one. I'm surprised we haven't said yet.
Oh yeah, Tom and Jerry's a good one.
I remember Tom and Jerry in the movie with the pirates.
Pirates. Oh yeah, the one making fun of Peter Pan, right?
Kinda, a little bit.
One of my favorite characters from back then was the Uncle Mouse. Uncle Joe, I think.
Crambone.
Crambone.
Probably had a cord of heated ride. Crambone. I knew exactly what you were talking about. He plucked the cat's whiskers off to make another guitar string. Yeah. That was funny as hell.
Oh, poor Tom. His face would get red hot. And then there was the other Tomcat, the black and brown one that would get involved every now and then.
Oh, yeah, in Tom and Jerry. I thought you were talking about Sylvester.
Yeah, he was the sleazy, cloaked salesman that you see in the alleyway.
Yeah.
I think that was like one of the first episodes I saw with him, and it was when he legitimately had the trench coat and was like, "What are you buying, Tom?" And that one, later on, I remember they gave him a voice, even though Tom and Jerry never did, or at least not at that time. And then,
besides the screaming in pain.
Yeah, no, Looney Tunes. Let's go ahead and take it another
like
step
Baby
back.
Looney Tunes was good.
I did too when I was real young, but I don't remember much of it. And see, I saw it when it first came out. There's a difference. That was like 97, bud. You weren't born yet.
1 year before I was made.
Yeah.
I was still baking.
1 year after I was made. Like that's what my parents put on the TV as a kid's show for me.
Oh, what about Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends?
That was really good, but I only watched part of it because I started going into my teenage years when that aired.
I liked that.
You were probably like 10 or 11, right? Yeah, I was like 12 or 13.
See, I got out of Pokemon right after during the middle of Sinnoh.
Sinnoh.
Yeah. So like Sinnoh. the Pearl, Diamond and
the
Pearl games.
Sinnoh region. You're talking about okay.
The show.
Is Sinnoh that? I thought Sinnoh was the one for Gold and Silver. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, Gold and Silver goes back to old.
That
Kanto.
was
Johto, whatever.
Juno.
Please don't Johto. I know it's Johto.
Wait. Disclaimer: we're stupid. Please don't hate us, Pokemon community. We did nothing wrong.
I did everything wrong.
He did all the things wrong. Judge him. Say Cameron did it in the comments, please.
Always blame me, my friend.
Please blame him. Jesus Christ, I don't want your hate. He accepts all your hate, and he relishes in it.
I don't like relish.
How did we get to that? We don't want to be on that topic.
I don't like relish.
the face he makes.
I like chili on a hot dog. I don't like relish.
I love all kinds of things on hot dog. I love. Let's just go from top to bottom. We've got the
Wrap a
bun.
hot dog in bacon.
No,
Put
no, no,
some
no.
chili on it.
We're starting from bun up, right?
I like me a nice
got-
brioche bun.
Hold on. Let me tell this. We've got bun. Then we've got mustard.
Ew.
Then we've got a little bit of mayo.
Ew.
Then we've got a little strip of ketchup. You're already cringing at this creation, but I am adoring this because they are fantastic.
Is it pan fried, boiled, or air fried?
And we have, my preferred way of a hot dog?
Yeah.
Pan fried. Pan fried's real good.
Pan fried's good, but have you
'cause
had
it
an
can
air fried
form
hot
the-
dog?
I have not.
Oh, shoot. We got to make you an air fried hot dog.
Anyways, let me finish telling my story.
We just ate dinner. He's
Let
about
me
to
finish
eat
giving
again.
them the ultimate recipe for a hot dog.
Call him Diabito.
Shush. See that face, fucker. Okay. Then you get the dog pan fried. At least as far as I know, pan fried. And then you take relish, coleslaw, chili, and to top it all off, onion.
More mustard.
Just onion. And I am set. By the time I finish that hot dog, I will then be eating a chili, coleslaw, mustard, ketchup, mayo, onion salad. That's it will
left on
probably,
the tinfoil wrapper.
If you're gonna make a hot dog like that, you don't wrap it in a tinfoil wrapper. You pull it out and it'll be like, "Call me, call me, please."
I like hot dogs. I don't
Either
like
that
what
or-
he just said.
Or it'll look like it's already been killed by somebody smashing it.
So, going from cartoons, we had
Oh, we're not going to talk
Kid.
about this. This is okay though. Go ahead.
going from cartoons as kids. What did you enjoy more in your teenage years?
Teenage years, Teen Titans.
That was a good one. Not the new one. The
Like,
new one's
I
bullshit.
Well, we'll get to that. See, later in this, we're going to talk about Teen Titans Go. We're going to talk about Jake and the Neverland Pirates being a kids show. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. There's some bad ones,
A good pirate never steals.
but that's a secret between us. Don't skip forward, please. If you want to listen to bad ones, just stay here. Stay here. Keep listening. We got you. Now, back to what you were saying. Teen Titans. What were you saying about it?
I liked it.
Oh, just you liked it?
Mm-hmm.
This is going to sound bad, but I think that was my first crush on an animated character.
Starfire.
No, Raven.
The purple one.
What? I liked the ones that never came out of their shell.
You like the Century Gothic font. Hopefully we'll have a gaming channel going.
Yeah, at some point in time.
And when it's my turn to play, you can just not comment. And so I'll be like trying to use my brain power and trying to talk at the same time. And it just won't work.
He'll be like, yeah, what were we talking about? Oh, is it going to be more like that?
See,
Oh.
but I can talk and drink water at the same time.
Oh,
Hey, how you doing?
that was not at the same time.
I know I almost drowned.
Here's a clip of someone talking and drinking water at the same time.
It's not going to be me.
Let's see. So we have talked about the good ones. Teenage years, though, what was teenage for you? I had Teen Titans. I had I had a lot more, but for some reason, it's not really coming back to me. We were talking
I know,
about when
right?
we were
I
children.
wanted to remember my sweet childhood, not my shitty teen
Let's
years.
be fair, though. I watched more SpongeBob in my teen years than I did my preteens.
I watch more SpongeBob now. No, I'm kidding.
No,
I like
but,
SpongeBob.
I mean, yeah, it's really
The
good.
new stuff is not good. Like I think they only had and I might be pushing it, 4 or 5 good seasons after the movie
Okay.
that happened, but now it's just gone to shit.
I can understand that. I don't know. What when dealing with SpongeBob, it's just been such a long road. You run out of material. There are a lot of shows that
See, but
just did that to themselves.
you can't say that though because The Simpsons is still going from
The
1989.
The Simpsons have had some downspouts. I promise you that.
That's probably true.
There have been some times where The Simpsons were like, yeah, we don't know what to do. Especially when they were during the celebrity buff episodes, like where they would always bring in celebrities. And don't get me wrong, there's been great ones with celebrities, but there's one that people talk about a lot being a bad one, and that's the one with Lady Gaga in it. Yeah, that one's bad. It's pretty bad.
I haven't seen that one.
You should look that
I
one
need
up.
to watch it.
It's a bit cringe. It's about her dealing with like what's the name of the daughter? Not the baby one, the one that plays sax.
Oh, Marge's Lisa.
Thank you.
I didn't know if you were talking about
it's
Lady Gaga having a daughter.
It's about Lady Gaga and Lisa doing stuff together, and like I don't know, in another twist of like the whole Lisa not being popular or whatever. You know what I mean at the time,
That doesn't sound very good.
but it's not flat out.
As a teen, I sort of got into because I was stupid. I didn't maintain a regular sleep schedule. I would watch.
I still don't. I sleep like 3 hours a day.
I watched a lot of Squidbillies. Squidbillies is funny as shit.
That's true.
Loiter Squad was a thing with Tyler the Creator. That was funny.
That was really good.
Black Jesus is funny.
Now, are we moving to the adult stuff? Because I mean,
This is what I watched late night as a teenager.
oh, you know what? Fair. I watched Eric Andre's show.
That's funny as shit.
Oh, what's the one with the guy that was in Step Brothers? The one before the Eric Andre show. That's the one I watched as a teen.
That's my favorite.
Eric Andre
Dr. Steve Brule.
There you go.
That's John C. Reilly.
There you go. Yeah, that was really good. And see, no offense to Eric Andre, I like his stuff, but
that was initially part of the Tim and Eric show.
Yeah.
Tim and Eric was funny.
Tim and Eric was really funny, but Steve Brule,
Brule, B-R-U-L-E, Brule. And
Steve
Katie
Brule.
can't stand it because I showed it to her, and it makes her so mad. She's like, he's so stupid.
And see, I mean, but I really liked it because he just like had more structure to what he did. There's times where Eric Andre will just like throw himself on a table just to throw himself on a table, like.
And see, I get entertainment out of Jackass and stuff like that. So I'm the dumb person that laughs.
You watched that was another thing I watched when I was a teenager a lot. MTV.
A lot of MTV say MMA. Stuff. I was like, no. And see,
when I was in my early teens, that's back when MTV was still like, hey, we throw wacky and crazy stuff on television.
I liked Robin Big, and I like Fantasy Factory.
Now we're getting into TV shows. Let's slow roll. We'll save that for another day. I was mentioning MTV just to like be like, hey, MTV, good shit for like a span of 5 years. Everything else is garbage, though.
Not now.
Everything else after that, garbage.
TV sucks ass.
Yes, it does.
I never even watched it, but I kept hearing they were like really good back when they had Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah. I never watched that because I don't think I was quite an adult when Beavis and Butthead was on TV. My brother would know more about that. I think he even had like watched it when I was a kid too. I can't remember.
Let's touch back to Squidbillies.
No, I don't want to talk about Squidbillies.
You don't like Squidbillies? Squidbillies is funny.
Every now and then there's a good joke, but it gets some racial stuff.
What about Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
Mm.
Hi, I'm Meatwad.
We're not going to talk about those. We can say there was some pretty funny stuff in our teens, but nowadays, like, those kind of shows killed themselves. You know what I mean?
Oh, that nothing would survive almost nowadays because a lot of people are too cynical.
And sensitive. Very. It's either one or the other. It's either so over the line or so under the line. It's ridiculous. It seems like there's no kind of balance anymore, especially with neutral TV.
It's a very empty market right now.
Reality TV is crap too, but we'll not get into that.
I used to love watching. See, I grew up and my mom and my grandmother, well, great grandmother, watched My great grandmother watched MASH. I liked MASH.
I loved MASH too.
MASH was a good show.
I watched that a lot in my teenage years.
I think everybody was a fan of The Young and the Restless, but I never watched that.
I watched very little of that
I'm
because
assuming your mom was a fan of it.
no, she was not actually. Do you want to really know why I watched some of it?
Why?
On the days I would stay homesick from school,
That's all that was on.
and I would sit in the living room and grime and grumble. I wouldn't feel like getting up. And this was on legit sick days, not the ones you pretended to be sick.
I pretended to have a lot of sick days, Mom. I'm sorry.
So did I, Mom. I love you. Please don't listen this far into it. I've already cussed, so she's not going to listen past that.
My mom might.
But no, when I would have those real sick days, oh, frick, man. I would get into the living room, lay down on the couch because I just didn't feel like going to school, and I'd open my eyes to see Young and the Restless because my dad would watch the early day shows on that channel, but then it would go to the news. He'd watch the news, go to work,
And then you got.
and then Young and the Restless at about 10 a.m.
Yup. Yeah, 10 or 11, yeah.
It was something like that, and I would just go, "Oh God, I'm just gonna go to sleep."
What about.
But I will tell you right now, in that instance, it ingrained some of the fucking character names into my brain, and I hate myself for it. And no, I'm not talking anymore about this. Go ahead.
What about I Love Lucy?
Oh yeah, I Love Lucy was really good
I love Lucy.
until you realized that her husband was such an abusive asshole.
What, in the show?
No, IRL.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was not. He was very make me a sandwich kind of guy.
He was
Bro.
Cuban. That wasn't a good. I didn't get a good Cuban accent there. Hey, I'm Cuban.
Okay, Wario.
I'm Cuban. Make me a sandwich. Bang, boom, to the moon.
No. If you're Cuban, I apologize.
And if you're not making me a Reuben, I apologize.
Shut up.
What I'm about to do.
I don't want to know what you're about to do. Please don't do anything.
I'm about to eat a Reuben.
Okay. All right. Anyways. Back to topic. We wanted to talk about the good shows. There's a lot of them.
Andy
Now,
Griffith, yeah, all that.
let's talk about remake shows.
I like the new shitty stuff.
Let's start off with the remake of Looney Tunes. Did you ever watch that? That came out like in 2016. They remade Looney Tunes, and it was like a town of them where they walked around and interacted with each other.
Oh,
They
no.
babyfied a lot
I
of
did
the-
watch a little bit of that, and I didn't think it was too bad.
I liked the
I like the concept.
concept, but why not just not put Looney Tunes on there and get your own characters and do your own show?
They
And
did.
I'd have been like, oh, there
They
you
did,
go.
and it was good. It was really good. You want to know what it was called?
We Bear Bears.
Regular show.
That was before that new Looney Tunes ever came out.
It was still airing during that, though, I believe.
No, I think it was coming close to an end at that time. But regular show was first, and you're talking about two different companies that made two different shows.
That's true.
Just because Cartoon Network owns the rights to them to have them on their channel doesn't mean they're the artists.
No, but they choose what to air. I know that. I was just comparing
Right.
the two.
Steven Universe was good.
I never really got into it. I needed to.
We Bear Bears was weird, but I really liked the characters, but they never really went anywhere with it that I ever saw.
Yeah, I didn't really watch that one. The Amazing World of Gumball, I didn't really watch.
I watched the hell out of that, actually. I was about to say something about that.
Was that good?
Yeah, actually, legitimately, it was pretty good. You should give it a try. Let me put it this way. I watched it. My dad also watched it.
Wow.
I watched SpongeBob. My dad also watched SpongeBob. Sorry to say you out, Dad.
I like SpongeBob.
I mean, if they take it to a reasonable level of comedy and keep it there and keep you involved, I mean, that's a show worth watching. The art may seem weird to other people, or it might seem weird, like some of the stuff they do, but I've always seen that, like, when you're taking looks at these cartoons and versus TV shows, the only thing that makes it different is that one is an illustration, one is a depiction. You know what I mean? They both have scripts, they both have routes planned for them. So the only thing that one could be lacking over the other to anyone is just
Entertainment.
the the sense of detachment. See, if you're one of the people like me that gets just as involved in something that's animated as I would something that's reality, or in some cases, sometimes I get more involved with something that is animated than I ever would with something that's reality TV where it has people in it. Purely because
People
I
suck. People really suck.
some of the reality TV stuff is just not sensible anymore.
Mm-mm.
You can see the fakeness in somebody's expression.
No, and they're either trying or they are bringing back fucking Jersey Shore.
I think so. Yeah, that's going to be a rough one. That's going to be a rough one. I wonder if they're going to bring Cookie back.
No, I
Whatever.
don't think it's Snooky, and I don't think they are.
I don't fucking know.
I
their
never
names.
watched that show though.
No, I mean, one thing I will say is that with a lot of that stuff, though, what I was getting at really is that when voice actors do their thing, you can tell sometimes that a phone actor or a voice actor has been phoned in, and you can tell when they just weren't for the role. So that's one of the things you can tell for animated. But I have noticed a lot of the ones that come in and go into a studio and voice act a character. There's so much, like, you don't feel as stressed out on a voiceover as you would in a play or a video or something like that, because you're like, hey, nobody's seeing me take these actions. Nobody's looking me dead in
It's
the
a lot.
face.
It's a
There's
lot less physical.
Yeah, there's nothing staring me in the face going, do this right or I'm gonna judge you. Especially, like, I've done this. I've done videos for different things, but I have especially done plays. I used to do theater when I was in school. One of the things that stressed me out the most was going onto a stage for the first time. Going onto a stage is hard. It is very hard. It is very hard for everyone and anyone, whether you're an introvert, extrovert. Going onto the stage can be rough. You know what I mean?
That's the truth. Not necessarily the first time either. Could be every time.
Have you ever been on a stage, Cam? I don't think I've ever asked you that.
A couple times, but not for like plays or anything.
What did you do on stage? It's okay. You can think about it while I tell
I was
them.
about to say because I really can't remember.
Yeah, I'll tell them what I was doing. When I was in high school, I did plays from. We did Hairspray, the musical version of it. Well, the only version of it. It is a musical, and we did that.
They
I
did
was
Cats.
I was a techie back then, and the part I had in that was actually that was one of the times I got on stage, and that was as a technician. I controlled the different, like, props and stuff that went on stage and stuff. I was a big part of that, but my only part in it was playing a mentally challenged kid going on stage wearing a football helmet that was too small for his head, with a colorful xylophone in my hands.
So fitting.
There is not a picture of it. Don't ask.
I wish there was.
There was one of the nights. I went on stage. When we come on stage, it's during the dodgeball scene. For anyone who knows Hairspray, and for those who don't know, there's a dodgeball scene, and you have
You can
to
dodge
deal
a
with
wrench. You can dodge a ball.
wrong movie. No, it's a dodgeball scene, and the main character is supposed to get hurt towards the end. Spoiler alert. Um, It's a she, and no, she doesn't die.
It dies.
Be quiet. But so that's supposed to be like the climax of that scene. But halfway through it, we come out with our xylophones. It's me and this other kid come out on this side. It's on the side of the main character. I just before the main character is supposed to get pelted, quote unquote, and go down for a faint or whatever, and everybody come over and be like, "Are you okay?" I get legitimately pelted. It hits the bar on the helmet, sending the bar into my nose and flying off of my head. This too small football helmet comes flying off of my head, hits the stage. I just go with it and I fall flat and I stay there.
Damn, they were trying to make you retarded
And
or mentally challenged.
I laid there flat. I did not move a muscle and people were bawling. It was great. And then instead of me ever getting up from it, two of the backstage characters come grab my arms and drag me off. So that was not my first time on stage, but that was my
Was it
first
on
time
accident
to-
that they
it was
pelted
complete,
you?
And it was complete accident. It hit that bar on that helmet, sending the helmet.
Was it a
flying.
rubber ball or a foam
Yeah,
ball?
it was a rubber ball.
Ow!
It was a rubber ball.
Fuck.
We did not use fake balls. I really wish we had the foam balls, but they didn't give enough sound, is what Mr. V said. So Mr. V was like, I want it to sound like Dodgeball. Boom! Boom! You know what I mean?
When we played dodgeball, we had this was in high school. We had the foam balls, but then mixed in the bunch was 2 of the rubber balls.
Oh, 2 of the rubber
Yeah,
balls.
it was pretty fun.
That's the ball you go for, though.
I never went for any because people were faster than me.
I know you've seen it on like different like shows and stuff where it's like, oh yeah, you always want to be the first one to the bag to get the first ball, because if you don't get the first ball, the next one's going to be the one that's got like a wiggle to it. The next one's going to be like one of the foam balls. Then the next one's like a deflated ball.
And one of them's got a bite taken out of it. Kid pulls up. I thought it was an apple.
That's the same thing I was thinking. Like one actually just completely like mangled. Oh, an old 1980s football team's pigskin, like that got torn up when they were playing football. It's just the skin off of the football.
We don't have any money in the budget this year. Practice with this. He throws it. It crumples to dust. Looks like we don't have a team this year.
Watch out for that one. It's got asbestos in it.
Asbestos.
Asbestos.
The whole reason my brake shop got shut down was asbestos.
Oh, shoot.
Killed my damn father.
But no, yeah.
Kill me too, you kids. Don't smoke.
And then I've told you about my only villain role I've ever played, right?
I don't think so, no.
I played a role of a villain for a play called I'm Not Rappaport. And the character I played, drum roll please. Cowboy drug dealer.
Dude, that's the whole plot of Cowboy Bebop. It's the whole thing. It's all there.
He's not wrong.
It's most of it.
But no, yeah. I was a cowboy drug dealer, and
so you were Kid Rock.
I didn't have that long hair.
No,
but,
his hair was long. His I forget the song. He was caught somewhere between a boy and man.
That's why am I bad?
If I wouldn't have sung it, you'd have been able to remember.
She was 17. She was
17.
Well, I'm saying it weird because copyright.
It was summertime in northern Michigan.
Summer of like something. Summertime. We'll go with that. I don't know the song right off the top of my head.
It was something about singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long.
That thing. You're on the money, whatever it is.
Oh, I remember what he said.
Back to what I was saying.
He said it was 1989. His thoughts were short. His hair was long. Still is.
somewhere between a boy and a man.
I was 17.
And he was far from in between. I wanted to stick him with my... I think that one should be cut.
You probably have to cut it because the audio there went like... Eeeh.
Oh, did it really?
It might have been the headphone came sort of separated.
That might have been the issue. We'll hear it on the audio.
You'll give it a proofread.
Yeah, sorry about that, folks. We'll get back on it.
And if you want, you can send me the uncut file.
Don't worry about it. We'll talk
We're
about
back.
it later. Yeah.
But for you guys, we never left. So now we're back.
Why do you keep saying that?
I'm sorry.
Back on topic.
Was it Kid Rock?
No. Kid Rock.
Cowboy drug dealer.
Yes.
Cowboy Bebop.
The name of the play was I'm Not Rappaport. I'm surprised you remembered that.
Ohio?
You usually
Where's
can't remember
Rappaport?
anything. What? I don't even remember. I had to know that for the play too.
Rappaport is somewhere in America.
If I remember right, the set that we made was modeled after Central Park, like a place in Central Park. I think it takes place in Central Park. I think I'm Not Rappaport has to do with something else. I cannot. Please don't ask me to remember exactly what the main plot of the story is. This is what I know. It's about shush. It was about two old men who were of completely opposite. Like one was a black fella, one was a white fella. They didn't get along at all starting off, and it was two completely different personalities learning to get along over a common growth, I guess. And
like the bucket list?
Sort of like that, yeah. Believe it or not, I think it was a movie, and I think Donald Glover played the black fella in I'm Not Rappaport. Okay. So, I mean, but it's very similar plot in a way.
Bucket List had was some... I can't remember the guy, and then Morgan Freeman.
Yeah. I think you're on the money with that.
Who was the guy?
I don't remember. I know who you're talking about.
They buried him in a can of coffee.
Al Pacino?
No.
Al Pacino, the actor.
Who's the dude that flew over the one that was in the one that flew over the cuckoo's nest? Was it Nicholson?
Was that Jack Nicholson?
I think it was.
In the bucket list, I think you're right, yeah. It's been a long time since I've seen the bucket list. But let's get back on what I was saying about...
I'm Not Rappaport.
Yeah.
I'm Detroit.
But so, they both had met a nice young artist lady who painted art in the middle of the park up on the bridge, right? They noticed her each day. They didn't really talk to her. She talked to them once, but it was a short conversation, whatever, right?
How's the weather down there?
Then one day while she's painting, my character shows up. She owes me money. And I had to learn how to hit a woman for a play.
It's never easy.
I couldn't do it for the longest time. I would raise my hand. I would go full force, and then I'd stop and be like, nope, can't do it. And he's like, but she's just going to move her head in that direction. You're not going to hit her. I'm like, I can't do it, V.
It goes against my every moral.
I can't. And I finally got to the point where I could do it, but it was just too slow. Like, I'd come in full force and then just... She'd be like, that's not hard enough. I want red on my cheek. She would look at me and say that. She's basically calling me a big fucking pussy. And I'm like,
And now this woman grew up to have a kink.
But straight up, what it ended up coming down to is they put a envelope in my hand. And I held the envelope in my hand. It had money in it. So it was an envelope that she's supposed to give me for a portion of the money, but not be enough. I'm supposed to shuffle through it and be like, this ain't enough money, bitch, and smack her across the face with it. And so that's what I did. I eventually learned how to make that snap at the end without actually hitting her. And I shocked people. That was the first time I've ever had some people tell me they really hated my character, but I put on a great performance.
Your mother went, Jacob, I told you never hit a woman.
No, my mother went, "You should have hit her harder." I'm not joking.
What a bitch.
She told me that on the first night they watched it. Was, "You should have hit her harder." I didn't hear it go.
Lord.
Oh man, dude, it has been a wild ride for this podcast. I think we should go ahead and try to wrap things up, though. Is there anything else you would like to talk about before we do?
You want to end it off with a big bang?
Big bang? No.
A big old,
I don't trust your. No.
A big old 3, 2, 1.
No. I think we're gonna end it off with this time around because we never do mention any of this. Please stop putting your hands near the device. I will cut it off when I want to cut it off.
Okay.
I wanted to mention a big thank you to the people who supported us on the first episode. Genuinely did not expect to have more than maybe like 10 views. I thought it was going to be
not
like
within
our parents.
Not within the first 2 days. I wasn't expecting 60.
Day, within the first day, we had over 50 views.
That was amazing.
Yeah, and I just want to thank every single person who has come and supported us. Even if it's mostly friends, even if it's strangers. Thank you. Seriously. The only way this channel is ever going to succeed is if we all work together on this. It's not just me and Cam, it's y'all too. And if you haven't heard of us before, and this is your first time ever hearing of us, you don't know who we are the Jiggly Bros. We have a Twitter, we have an Instagram. Those will be linked in the description. And we also plan on posting on Spotify, maybe iTunes. I'm not sure how to do that yet, but as soon as we figure it out, I will let you know in the soonest possible means.
For now, it's just YouTube.
Yep, look us up. What is our tag handle? You want to go ahead and look up our tag handle for Twitter on Jiggly Bros?
For our Twitter, we are at Bros Jiggly, BROSJIGGLY. And we also have an Instagram that is, it's just Jiggly Bros, JIGGLY space BROS.
There you go. And please come check out future videos. This will be probably our second posted, and we will keep you posted on when the next episode is coming along. We are looking to try to upload every week, but with our work schedules, that may not be the case.
It's just how weird this year has been.
This year has been a very weird year.
Plus, we're entering the holidays of the weirdest year ever, so.
So I will end this off with what I would like to say is be safe.
Thank you.
Stay at home if you can stay home. Keep away from other people. Keep your 6 feet. Don't try to go out and not wear a mask. It's safer.
Eat your feet.
Don't eat your feet. That's nasty.
Eat your little toesies. I bet they stink like vinegar.
Go home, be safe, stay 6 feet away. Don't cough on people. Don't kiss people that you don't know.
Don't cough on people. That actually needs to be said, because people do cough on people.
Yeah, people do cough on people. But with all that said, I hope you all have a wonderful afternoon, morning, night, whatever it is. Enjoy that day.
Enjoy all the days to come as well.
And thank you.